let's talk about the books that I have planned for January. Welcome to this House of Books. My name is Ashley, and I'm so excited to share this stack of books that I have put together for the new year. I had been kind of planning on maybe coming up with a game to kind of bring to my channel, but I decided against it. I am going to be taking part of a lot of book clubs, either in person or virtual, and I kind of also want to just mood read and be able to read series more consecutively. So I'm just picking books. I'm not even using a TBR jar or anything like that. I'm picking books that go with different prompts and book clubs. It's just how it's going to be this year. I'm sure that there will still be some months where I strictly mood read, but this month is a little bit more curated. So let's get into it. The first one, I will put up a picture. I have it pre-ordered. It's coming out, I think January 21st, and it's Onyx Storm. It's the third book after the first book being Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I'm really excited. I have it pre-ordered. I really loved the first book in the series. The second book definitely had some pacing problems, but I'm really hoping that that has been fixed. I know in posts by Rebecca Yarros, she is most excited about this book. So I have some reading to do before this gets to my door, and I will be putting everything else down and getting into it. Then the next book, I need to actually pick it. It is for my self-destruct pile for this year. I have a stack of books down there that I have picked that I want to read this year, or they need to leave the house. So I haven't picked it yet. I have all of the names of the books here in this little jar, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it now. I'm gonna go with this one. Ooh, okay, The Atlas 6. Let me grab it. So here it is, The Atlas 6 by Olive E. Blake. I have heard you either love her books or you don't like them. So I have this. It's been on my shelves for a long time. I believe it's, 6 people are picked for a secret society, and it kind of goes from there. I do like the cover, and I like the inside pages. All look really cool. So I'm hoping that I love this. Then the next 2 books I pulled off of my winter TBR. I have that video linked down below. I just picked some books off of my shelves that kind of have winter vibes, and so in picking my TBR for this month, I picked a couple. So I have Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. I've read quite a few books now by T. Kingfisher, and I've really enjoyed them, all except for one. But I'm really hoping to enjoy this one. Also, it's really short because I have some big chunky books this month. She does retellings of books and fairy tales, and I think that this one you're following a toad, maybe somebody that was turned into a toad. So I'm really excited to pick this one up. And then it has winter in the title. This is Wintering: The Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times by Catherine May. I figured this one would be a good one to pick this month, and I'm also trying to read a little bit more nonfiction, so here we go. So I think it's just talking about how to deal with difficult times. So give it a shot. My next book is for Buzzwordathon, and the prompt for January is Truth and Lies. So I picked True Biz by Sarah Novick. I have had this on my shelf since April of 2022. It's time. It has true in the title, so I'm going to count this. And you are following a high school that is for deaf students. So I think that this one will be really cool. I will not be doing this audio because, let me see if I can find it. There is actually some sign language in it. So, very cool. My next book is for Catch Up Book Club by Becca and the Books. It's a big one. It is Malice by John Gwynne. This is the first in a series. Now, I think at the very beginning of January, she is doing the live show for this. I don't know that I will have it done in time, but this is where I want to read series more consecutively. This, I think it's every other month we have to have like the next one read. I think I would like to pick them up closer together, especially a high fantasy book. I think I'm going to need to like read them back to back. So I will be starting this, and as long as I like it, then I will be getting the second one and starting that as well, along with all these other books. All right, I had to take a quick pause because kids were coming up and needing snacks. So now for the next book. It's the buddy read for Elevate Your Reading, put on by Book Mama. And so we are going to be reading Where the River Hides by Isabel Ibanez. This is the second book after, why can I never remember the name? What the River Knows. And I enjoyed it. It's definitely YA, but it has some good mystery to it, and so I'm excited to pick up the second one and kind of see where it takes us. There's not a whole lot that I can say about it because it is the second book in a series, but it does say a lush, immersive fantasy set in historic Egypt filled with adventure and a rivals to lovers romance like no other. So I enjoyed the first one. I definitely want to check out the second one. Then for one of my in-person book clubs, we are going to be meeting pretty early in January, so I will have to have it done pretty soon. But we are reading The Little Old Lady Who Broke All the Rules by Katharina Engelman Sundberg. So I feel like, yeah, they're all seniors and they turn to white-collar crime to kind of help pay for their senior years. So should be a lot of fun. So I'll read that one. And then my last book, I am actually going to be reading it for two book clubs. One is an in-person book club, and so we picked it for January. And then our booked book club, put on by Emily from Build Your Library. She has also picked this book for January. So I'm going to be reading The Small and the Mighty by Sharon McMahon. I follow her on Instagram and I appreciate what she has to bring to politics and understanding it. And so this, I believe that you are following 12 kind of unsung heroes. And I have a friend who has already read it and she said it will restore your faith in humanity. So I'm going to be picking this one up. All right, every month I hold them all up, so let me get them all. It is quite a stack. Yeah, I'm not starting off small for the new year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books. But I'm really excited about that because 8 books is kind of my average for reading every month. And I've honestly been picking too many books every month, so I'm not getting to all the books that I want to read. So really having this like set stack, except I might add in more of the series if I like Malice, but this is a doable stack, so I'm really excited about that. On that note, I am gonna go chug some more of my coffee and get to reading. If you like this or anything else that I post here on this channel, make sure to like and subscribe down below, and I will be back for more soon.